You cannot be friends with people who want your life. Now, don't get me wrong, you can be friends with people who are inspired by your life. You can be friends with people who want their own version of your life for themselves, but you cannot be friends with someone who wants your life. You cannot be friends with people who want your life. Now, don't get me wrong, you can be friends with people who are inspired by your life. You can be friends with people who want their own version of your life for themselves, but you cannot be friends with someone who wants your life. Nothing good ever comes from being friends with someone who envies exactly what you have. It is a breeding ground for resentment. It is also a breeding ground for competition. And for anyone who's confused, one example is someone who wants your partner. It's not that they want someone who is like your partner. It's not that they want someone who will love them just as much as your partner loves you. They want your partner, as in that specific person. Another example is them wanting your job. It's not that they want a job that is just as fulfilling to them as yours is to you, or they want a similar job to yours. They want your specific job. And sometimes it's not even about a job, an opportunity, a person, an object. Sometimes they just want the energy you attract. They see how people react when they are around you and they want that. They want your life. The reason why I said earlier that it's a breeding ground for resentment and competition is because in all those scenarios, one very common way people try and acquire what you have is through competing with you. And they may do it in the most insidious of ways. They compete with you through spreading misinformation in an effort to get people to dislike you, whether it's your boss, whether it's your partner, whether it's friends, whether it's family members. They may compete with you by trying to throw you under the bus publicly or embarrass you publicly in front of other people. Another way people may display this is by crossing lines, by doing the absolute most, by crossing boundaries, by going above and beyond and doing things that are not within their remit in an attempt to make you look bad. And another way you can spot someone like this is how they react to your good news and bad news. When you give them bad news, do you see them smirk a little? Do they look a bit happy? Do they look a bit satisfied? When you give them good news, do they look kind of annoyed? Are they kind of irritated by the fact something is going well for you? And earlier I said it is a breeding ground for resentment because even if they think they mean well in the beginning, because they want exactly what you have, eventually they will grow to resent you. And the most painful part about this is because they want exactly what you have and not their own version of it or not something similar, the only way for them to acquire what you have is for you to no longer be in the picture. Pay attention to the relationships you have, how people respond to you, and when someone shows you who they are, please believe them the first time.
I wanted to search a video of a girl in the year this year who was betrayed by her best friend. She was basically based in England, and this best friend pursued her husband to be, basically. I wanted to share it, but I couldn't find the video. My God, I looked for this video. I was like, African girl betrayed by her best friend, blah, blah, blah. I tried to see that, invited to the wedding, stuff like that, but I couldn't find the video. But I saw it sometime this week, but I can't find it anymore. I tried to find if I save it in my favorites, but I didn't, because this girl was betrayed by her best friend. She has a baby with this guy, and now this girl is getting married to her husband, and she's inviting her to become a bridesmaid. So basically, she wants the life that her best friend had. And I remember she blocked her, and she didn't even reply. She was like, stay away from me, please. Stay away, please. Because what could you do? I'm thinking she's trying to recover from what happened to her and heal from this kind of betrayal. You can't be friends with someone that wants your life. You can't be friends with someone that envies you, that wishes that they, instead of you, they were living your life. You can't be in competition with that. Because it's like she said, it's a breeding ground for pain. It's a breeding ground for you to really distrust people, And with what happened to this lady that I'm talking about, I can say that with confidence that there were signs that showed her that this is how my friend is. Because life always does this. For everyone, it gives us signs about the people and their true actions, and we never really pay attention to that because we ignore the gut feeling that tells you about this person, but you choose to ignore. Even I myself am a testimony to that. Whenever I choose to ignore my gut feeling about a particular situation, a particular person, I suffer greatly for that. Someone like that has a potential to harm you, basically. I remember also watching Blood Sister. It's a Nigerian movie where this lady really hated her own sister. She wanted to become her own sister. And she would say on multiple occasions that, why would I want to be close to you? Because every time Maya or go out on the streets, people want to be close to you. People don't want to be close to me. Why would I want to be friends with someone like that? Why would I put myself in a situation like this with you? Because every time people like you more, people are envious of you more, and then they don't look at me, and then I have to be like I'm your puppet. And that's not how it is. And I remember her sister being like, you got it all wrong. I'm your sister. Are you jealous of me, your sister? There were many signs. Like, she would try to ruin her relationship with the mother so that the mother favors her more. She would tell her stories of lies so that the mother dislikes her. And I guess her sister, thinking that maybe she outgrew it, she convinced her own husband that she must live in their home, you know. She was a nightmare to live with. She did not want to help with anything in the house. You know, she considered herself superior. Like, I must, you know, she would pretend a lot. And I mean, if you lived with such a toxic person and you invite them back in your space, what do you expect? So, right, this girl eventually gets murdered. I mean, the elder sister gets murdered by her own sister. She takes over the home. She mistreats everyone, the husband, the kids. She eventually gets pregnant, you know, and the sister spirit is restless because of the way she was unalived, you know. She was heartbroken. Like, she could not believe that her own sister, my sister, blood sister, hurt me like this, hurt my kids, you know. But the way she loved her husband, I wouldn't say it was love. It was more in love with the idea of wanting to be her own sister, you know. And I remember when she had a boyfriend, her boyfriend would tell her, you know what, I'm not your sister's husband, okay? I'll never do the things that your husband does. I'll never do the things that your sister's husband does for his wife, okay? I would never do that. Firstly, because those people are married and they're supposed to do those things. You and I are just dating, so you can't expect me to go out and lavish you like that, you know. So they eventually broke up, however, but yeah, she got married to her sister's husband. Not really married, but they lived together. So she didn't marry him because her people did not agree, especially her mother was like, no way, that's not happening. You're not doing that, okay? We are not going to allow that. It's a taboo, basically. So it was interesting. It was an interesting movie. If for those that want to see it, the movie is Blood Sister. It's a Nigerian movie. It's very old. It's very interesting. So go watch it. And it talks about what this woman is talking about in great details, and it gives you lessons. I guess that's why I love Nigerian movies, old Nigerian movies, not what they do now. Yeah, something old, not this one. So it's important. It's very important that you guard your life, you protect yourself from such people, and when you see the signs, take action.